In this video, I'm going to talk about a stock called OPFI. We're going to use our 40-week moving average. That's what the table here is. This is an ETF I created called the 12-month Alpha ETF. Before I get into the stock ticker itself and we go through all the moving averages, the trend channel, the MACD, things like that, I will go through every stock in here. I'll just scroll down, so if there's one that interests you, you can do further research on, so you know what stocks have alpha on the market, what stocks are near their 40-week moving average. In this ETF, as of the close of Friday, these five stocks were the five best performing from the previous day, and this is the change percentage and the relative volume, and then these were the five worst performing. I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down so that you can see all the stocks in here, where they are in relation to their moving average, and what alpha they have on the market. While I'm doing this, you can just pause the video at any point if there's stocks that interest you and write them down. But while I'm doing this, if there's stocks that you want me to talk about, just leave a comment and I will create an ETF for YouTubers or for the YouTube community. And we can talk about whatever stocks interest you. Just leave a comment. All these stocks that have alpha, these are the stocks that you'll probably find on websites like Seeking Alpha or any website that grades stocks, like VectorVest or others that grade stocks. They put more into their algorithm than what I'm doing, like return on equity, earnings, return on assets, cash flow, things like that. But the biggest thing that they look for when they're looking for stocks are stocks that have alpha and momentum. So these stocks have alpha and momentum over the last 12 months. And those are the stocks that they, grade higher. So we're almost down to 600 here. There's about 600 of these, maybe slightly more than 600. We're at the 500 mark. All right. And sorry for the clicking. If I try to drag it down, it'll go too fast and you won't be able to see them all. As you'll see as I start to drag this up. That's why I dragged them by clicking them. Okay, so we're going to talk about OPFI. It's a financial company. It offers loans to people that struggle to get traditional loans. We're going to look at the daily moving average. And we can look here. This has long-term moving average. We broke back above. We're at 1.15%. You can see that the RSI crossed the 50 line. That's always important to me for momentum. I want stocks that are crossing the 50 line. Our short-term moving average, we've crossed that. We're about 7% above the 21-day. And then our midterm moving average, we're about 5% below. If we go over here and go down, on our short-term moving average, we're at 71%. But actually, let's go back to our long-term moving average. If we go to 189 days of Fibonacci, we are in the golden zone between the 50 and 61% level, 61.8% level at 57.88%. We do have 17.2 above the Chaikin money flow, so we're in accumulation, not distribution. This does have a little more volatility than the market here, actually a lot more, as we can see 1.7 beta, but we do have alpha of 117.81%. We're at the 68.39 RSI level. Some people will consider the 70 level to be overbought. We look at our weekly moving average. On the 40-week, we just crossed back above our 40-week moving average. We're at 1099. The 40-week is 10.87. I won't go through each chart, the short-term, long-term, but this is the 4, 10, 30, and 40-week. And these are the percentage levels that they are above or below the moving average. So we're above every single moving average. 1099. So depending on your time frame and how you like to trade, whether you're a short-term trader or a position trader, you can use these as guides for stop losses. If we go to the monthly moving average, we can see on the 12-month we have, which is the longer term moving monthly moving average I'm using. We're about 14% above the moving average, which is a pivot because we did close out August at about 7% above the moving average. So we're pivoting back upwards here. If we go, the next thing we're going to go to here is the daily candlestick. You can see we have a bullish candlestick here on the daily time frame. I have 42 days of price action for support and resistance and these candles. And we have 1160 as our resistance line and 973 as our support line. If we go to the weekly MACD, I like to use the zero line as a level of support for stocks that are in long-term uptrends. You can see we got real extended here, and then we came back, and then we came back up, and now we're back down again. But looks like we're pivoting, and if you want confirmation, you can wait for a cross on this weekly MACD, but you can see the histogram is trending up. We're pivoting back upwards. There could be a slight pullback, and then we could cross, or it could break down. That's why we use stop losses. But everything here looks like low risk, high reward for the ticker OPFI. If we look at the 5-year chart, this is just a 40-week moving average on a 5-week time frame, or on a 5-year time frame. You can see we were broken down. We came above it around, August of 2023, and we pretty much stayed above it since then. Slightly broke down here, but came right back above it. And then the last thing we will look at here is the trend channel, the MACD, and the Chaikin money flow. We are in a long-term uptrend. We are finding support at the bottom of that trend channel. We're pivoting. We're bouncing off of the bottom line here, and there's a lot of upside to get back up even to the middle, if not to the top. We have an open MACD below the zero line, and we've gone from accumulation here looks like around July all the way into August, late August, and now we're back in, or excuse me, not accumulation. We've gone from distribution here, and now we're in accumulation. All the levels here, 1099 is the price as of 9/12/2025 close. The upper channel of that trend channel is $16.15. The lower channel is $10.15 if you wanted to use these for stops. Your MACD is negative 0.09, which is above the signal line of negative 0.21, so that can be considered bullish. 17.2 above the zero line for the Chaikin money flow, and we have 1.18 alpha on the market, or roughly 118% if you round it. So there's a lot to like about this stock for a position trade, and it's up to you what you do with it. That's all I got for you. If you like that video, consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and thank you for watching.